Hello there and welcome to another edition of Live from the Living Room. Now this is where members of Team Scratch chat to members of the nail and beauty industry live from each other's living rooms while you're likely watching from yours. So welcome to this next instalment, and I'm very excited today to be chatting to Sam Biddle. Now for those of you that don't know, Sam Biddle is a highly regarded nail artist. She's fantastic and she's travelled the world promoting her nail art skills and showcasing how to do them to other people and to wannabe nail techs as well. She's a very esteemed educator, and she's even launched her own product range. Really innovative nail art products that have won a Scratch Star Award as well. So Sam is on with us today. And she has actually moved her education largely online. She's been doing that for 5 years under Be Inspired Online. So she kind of benchmarked online learning, and she's really raised the bar when it's come to learning nail art skills and so much more via the online means. So I'm going to see if she is watching. Bear with me. I will invite her in. So if you've got any questions, then please do pop them in the comments box below, and Sam will be coming through in a second. We'll try and get as many of those answered as possible throughout the live. So please do drop them in the box below. Hello, Sam.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. God, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely perfectly. And you look fabulous, by the way.
I'm all ready for tonight's Mel and Sam show.
Excellent. Yes, we're going to talk about that in a bit, because you've been really upping the ante. I mean, you've got an amazing portfolio of online courses as it is, but I think now, especially while everyone's in lockdown, it's been the perfect opportunity for nail techs to kind of immerse in some new skills. So they've been jumping on to online learning, but yeah, I think the waters have always been a little bit hazy when it comes to online learning. So as an expert in the field, what should they be looking for?
Well, it is very hazy, because the first thing people say to me is, well, why can't I just get all this on YouTube? And ultimately, the problem with YouTube is that you're watching and then you're sort of left to your own devices, and there's never the answer to the question. So we all think that we can do something, and me included. I'm like, yeah, no problem, I can definitely do that, and then I forget how to do it. And when there is actually no specific like a Q&A or somebody there to guide you and say, you know what, that is what you absolutely need to do to fix this problem, YouTube doesn't give you that. It gives you the lessons, but it doesn't actually give you, doesn't even give you lessons. It's more of a watch and copy kind of thing. Yeah. Where online education should be classed as education. It's not necessarily something that you just watch while you're cooking or while your husband's watching football, or, you know, it's something that you sit down to just like you would do if you were attending a class. Yeah. So that's a big difference. Sorry.
So what's your kind of style and setup for those that haven't indulged in Be Inspired Online yet? How does it work with you?
Well, we've got a few different options. We've got individual courses, which are literally a course, you get to keep it, you watch it all the time in your own time. There's no person there saying, hey, you've got to turn up at this particular time. Then I'm so sorry, but my dog is in here, and he's
bring the dog on screen. We love a dog.
No, I know, I don't know. He's very old and he just whinges and moans, but he's so he's making all this noise. But we've got a membership as well, and the membership program is about the online courses done in separate modules, and then you post for feedback. But we have coffee morning on a Tuesday where you know, we actually have like face-to-face Zoom calls, and we've got additional online education, and people can interact with educators. We also have a great companion program, so they interact with each other and help each other out. And then the third option is the new, thank you COVID, the new virtual classes. And that is a little bit like the coffee mornings, but we're sitting down and we're actually doing nail art together in small classes, just there's 10 people at a time, and it literally is small classes of people. I watch you work online and you watch me work. I set up my camera system and you watch me demo, and then I let you demo, but I'm watching you, and it's great. In fact, I think I prefer it to going to a class, because one, I have more time because I'm actually looking at everybody at the same time, and two, it doesn't kill your back because you're not bending over a desk trying to see, and I'm like, I can see things, so I can zoom in. So it's great. So yeah, it's really, really cool.
I think importantly, you're in the comfort of your own home as well, and I think from what I've seen from techs that have immersed themselves in online learning, it's been great for techs that maybe feel a little bit anxious in bigger environments as well, or haven't got the means to travel to courses elsewhere. It provides quite a good solution for people like that, doesn't it?
For sure. I think you are in your own home, you have your own stuff. We always forget something when we arrive to class, but I get a lot of nail techs say to me, I can't come to class because I'm not good enough. Whereas, you know, you can switch your video off and you can listen and you can watch. You don't have to be watched, but no one else really gets to see what you're doing because they're so engrossed in their own work. And it fits around. I mean, I know we're not going anywhere at the moment, but we will be, and this sort of thing fits around your day-to-day life, and it works out cheaper for me because I'm not booking a venue and I'm not traveling or staying overnight, so I can reduce the cost down, but also for those attending, because you're not paying for the same things that I'm paying for. So the virtual classes, I think are really good, and I've actually duplicated that model for my digital art classes as well. So I teach digital art as well. So I literally have taken the nail art and I've duplicated it all for the digital as well, and then that's the intro to the main course. So it's great. It's really, really good.
It sounds fantastic, and I think you've got an offer on at the moment, haven't you, for your virtual nail art classes, I believe?
Yes.
Until the end of April, I think it was.
And what was that? Yes, I do. I think yes, I do. I'm sorry. Yes, it's 50% off. Actually, we're going to extend it because the lockdown's been extended. That's right. Sorry. So I thought I'd price the classes out at £65 because it's 4 hours of in-depth tutorial, and there's only 10 in the class. And I thought I'd price it out at 65. It's a good price. It's half of what you'd pay if you were going to a day class. But for lockdown, we slashed that again for another 50%. So it's £35. That just covers my time, and it just allows me to pay Ethan to, well, not everybody's technically minded. So Ethan works with me here, and he has a little one-to-one with you, 5 minutes just to set you up, make sure your equipment's working. So it allows me to pay for that. So we've reduced that down, but we'll extend that now to May because obviously lockdown's been extended as well now. So yeah.
Fantastic.
So thanks for reminding me. I forgot.
Got to get the plug in there, haven't we, Sam? But
yeah,
I think for anyone watching, but for someone with Sam's experience, and she's just incredible at art, hence she's doing digital art as well. It's the bargain price of £30 to £35 for a 4-hour tutorial is fantastic. And what modules are there? What do you learn? What courses are available?
Well, I've added some new ones. So we've got a Bluebird, which is my favorite because it combines pigments and fine detail. I love fine art, but it's really looks more complicated than it is, and it runs over 3 nails, so it's a great nail art option for when you put it on your clients. But we've also I've taken a couple of my digital art popular canvases that I sell, and I've recreated that on nails, and the lunar hair one is brand new. I've lost it, it's here. So this one is the latest one, so each nail will be a lunar hair, which is my favorite. So that's really cool. What else we got? And I thought a lot of people have asked for nail art basics, and one of my face-to-face classes was a class where you turn up and you do 10 nail art designs, which gives you 10 options for you to take to your clients. So they're quick 5 to 10 minute designs. So we've done that, but it's about 4 or 5 different designs. So it's real ideas that you can take to the salon when you go back, because we need to prepare. This isn't a forever thing. We need to prepare to go back to work, really, sadly.
It just keeps everyone in kind of a nice creative mindset. You don't want to kind of sit on laurels and you know, not be practicing, perfecting and upskilling during this time. So it's a great opportunity. And I think
I'm connecting. That's the one thing I've found. A couple of the girls have connected together, and they've actually then gone off and done play days themselves. Yeah. And you know, one of them is in Australia and one of them's in America, and they're just talking together. And then I've got a couple of here in the UK, and they've never met before, so they're connecting in a new way. And I think it gives us all an opportunity to sit and chat about nails, where we in class I don't get that chance, because we've got to get to the next stage in the lesson plan. We've got to make sure that lunch is served, and there's too many other things going on as an educator. This is a great way for me to connect as well. So I like it a lot, I have to say. I thought this would just be a corona thing. We won't do it forever, but I don't know, I need to rethink. I might carry on.
That's the thing, isn't it? I think we've all learnt to adapt so well to working from home or being creative from home. And I know, speaking for the Scratch team, you know, the likes of Zoom have made it really easy for us to connect and maintain that work and still network with people. And I think it will be a little bit of a shift when we are eventually out of lockdown, to the way that people work and communicate with each other. I think maybe we'll see a lot of changes, particularly in the learning sector, but that's just my opinion anyway. But
no, I've seen that. I mean, I've been doing online education for over 5 years now, and when I first started, there was no other online education. And I used to have nail-in-ours, and it was literally just a release every 2 weeks. And you know, I've taken that one lesson and built modules, and we have those modules have business mind and mindset elements to it as well, because it's not just about nail art. You know, our business is not just about nail art as much as we'd like it to be. We have to learn to sell it, and we have to do that with confidence and a way that's not going to turn off our clients. So I think I've seen a lot of people now going into online education, and certainly I'm not dissing that at all, but I think it's not a case of just going, hey, watch me do this. It's not that. You have a responsibility as an educator to take your student, the person that's watching, along with you. And if they're left behind, you've got to know why and how to adapt your education. And recording something is easy, and putting it out is easy, but building on that education process online, that actually is quite hard. And I still struggle to get that balance right. So I think it's a new thing, and it needs to still evolve. It's not as easy as people think it might be.
I could imagine, because your website's very sophisticated. You know exactly kind of how to attract the right people to learn online. So in terms of those people, would you recommend online education for absolute beginners, or those that have had sort of one-to-one human interaction, I guess, education first, and then looking to upskill or expand their skill set?
So online education, it depends what type you have. So I provide online education with support, and that you can do as a brand new beginner. And I think I'd advise investing in that. Don't look at online education as a cheaper way of doing your education, because it's not. You know, you still have to get the right people to educate you in the right way. So you know, I work with people like Katie Barnes and Carol Sheeney Hailstone that are really good in their field, and they provide an element of online education. And I know Katie and Carol both support, and Melanie as well, support those that have bought their courses. But, you know, you have to be aware of the type of course that you're buying. And if you are brand new, make sure that you're not, how do I say this? So, you know when you think I can do that, and then you think, and then you realize you can't, it turns you off to online education, not necessarily the fact that you've chosen a design that you maybe aren't ready to do without additional help. And I think you've got to be realistic with the things that you choose. I'm being very kind here too, because I'm the same. I get over ambitious, and then I blame the education, and it's not. It's the fact that I maybe decided that I was better than I was.
Yeah, so it's not to be complacent, it's more to kind of embrace everything that's out there, and yeah. Just...
Well, if you were choosing a face-to-face class, you would be really aware of what you could attend and what you could do, and treat online education, not YouTube videos. So watch and copy videos like YouTube or Facebook Lives, no problem at all, do what you like. But when you're investing in online education, invest in the educator, look at what it is you want to achieve at the end, just like you would with a face-to-face class, because that online education is built in a way, or should be, to give you an end result that you can use in your business. That's the idea, I hope. That's the basis or the premise of mine anyway.
Fantastic. And Nail Techs can learn about your online education and sign up via what web addresses?
Right, so the simplest one would be just to go to sambiddle.online. Everything is on there, so it's www.sambiddle.online. If you wanted to join the virtual nail art classes, those are the live classes, that would just be Nail Art with Sam. But to be fair, all the links are on that first website. And if you're into the digital art, just tag me and I'll send you the link. But the digital art is, again, away from nails, but it's the same. We're all artists, and so we're just it's just one canvas or another, you know.
Something fun to do while everyone's got a little bit of time on their hands as well.
That's it.
Why not? So obviously we've talked about the online learning side, but you also offer online networking, which I think is so important at the moment. So tell us about the initiatives you've got there.
Well, as soon as lockdown started, I was very aware of the isolation that us nail technicians would feel. And the reason we'd feel that way is because we are so tactile with our jobs, and we meet new people every day. I mean, 10 to 15 people, you know, interact with us each day. That's a lot. If you really break it down, that's quite a lot. And then to have nothing and just have your partner, quite difficult. So one thing that I did for my members, and I do every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. is we have coffee morning, and it's just for an hour, and I have the members join through Zoom, and it's great. Like, we just chat. I'm not teaching them. I chat. I show them, you know, the dog, I don't know, or they show us what they're doing. And we've been to Spain, and we've had a tour around Spain. We've been all sorts of places. And Mel and I thought it would be really cool to take that outside of the closed membership. And we've got the Mel and Sam show happening once a month. And we are launching tonight, so I'm going to give you an exclusive, the afternoon tea with Mel and Sam, which is happening on the 26th of April, the first one. And that will be 4 p.m. through Zoom, through the Mel and Sam show. You can get that through the Mel and Sam show page. Well, join us tonight at 8:30. We'll tell you all about it. But that's afternoon tea with Mel and Sam at 4 p.m. So it's going to be. You
heard it here first.
Yeah, definitely. So I did secure that with Mel. Normally I surprise her with these things. But yeah, so that I think that'll be quite nice. And we're just gonna chat with cake. If you want to bring cake, it's up to you.
Why not? I think we're all eating whatever we want during lockdown and worrying about it later. So why not? More cake, more tea, more everything.
That's it. And it's just going to be an hour, and it about whatever. It's not. We're not going to necessarily lead the conversation. It's just going to be like, come join us. Because I wanted to, before lockdown, I was organising with Lauren McBride, because she's local to me. She's in Bournemouth. We were going to organise a Dorset networking event type thing for Dorset Nailtechs. But then all this happened. So we're just doing it all online now.
But it's amazing all the initiatives you have brought online and keeping one of many people keeping the industry kind of excited, creative and alive. So, you know, thank you for everything that you are doing. And you've had some amazing comments throughout this live from people that have undertaken virtual nail art classes, are being inspired members. And they've all been so complimentary of everything that you offer. So yeah, for anyone thinking of indulging on those, obviously Sam gave our web address, and it comes highly recommended. So I think it is just nice to connect. And one thing I will say, you know, we had this initial transition at the beginning with the COVID, and it's like, what should we do now and how are we going to cope? But now we've come to this middle road where everybody is, I think, feeling a little overwhelmed because they feel that they should do all of these things whilst they have time, because that was the message 3 weeks ago. Now you have time, you can learn this, that and the other. Now you actually have time, because the 3 weeks that you had before, you're like, what should I do? Oh my gosh, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? But now we're in this like rest period. And I think this is the time where we just take a minute and we just go, do you know, I don't actually have to do anything right now. I can just rest. Yeah. And then you're going to start going back into prep mode when you go back to work. So there is this real this wave that's happening, and I'm only saying that because it's happening to me, and I think it's, you know, it's happening to a lot of people that I'm talking about. So you know, we're feeling all a little disorientated, I think. Yeah, definitely. For sure. But it has produced some, I think, life-changing results. Yeah, I think so. And I think people have learned to embrace the positives of what this can bring. I think now technicians are so on the go all the time. It's forced a period of rest and reevaluation and reassessment. And yeah, it's great to have options open to them that they can embrace as and when they wish, such as nail art classes and online learning. So thank you for that. That's okay. That's okay. And of course, the Mel and Sam show. Do not forget to watch the Mel and Sam 8:30 tonight, because I have to just tell you what's happening. Right, we did a makeover thing. We decided that we would pamper ourselves, but obviously we couldn't get Glam Squad in. So both Mel and I got 2 people to teach us how to do a new look and new hair, which is, I tried to recreate it this morning. I mean, I think I did okay, but I did forget. It's not quite the same look, but it's sort of, I got a little wave thing going on, which is what I was going for. It looks brilliant. I love it. Because I saw something on, I've signed up to your newsletters, as I know many are, and I think I saw the headline that you were getting naked tonight. That's it. So definitely, yeah. Something for those that are intrigued about that. 8:30, the Mel and Sam show. Yeah, for sure. Sounds brilliant. Well, like Sam said, if you're thinking of signing up to any of her courses, visit her website, sambiddle.online, I believe. Yep. And she has loads of opportunities for you there, and they come highly recommended by everyone that's commenting, and the wider industry as well. So Sam, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate allowing me to talk about this. So yeah. Completely. Well, thank you. And so from my living room to yours, we'll catch up with you soon. Yes, enjoy the sunshine. See you soon. See you later. Bye. Bye.